In the last podcast, I suggested that the word being translated as happiness might not actually align perfectly with what we understand happiness to be. The Greek word being translated here is called Eudaimonia. Now we have to say something about this Greek word, which isn't exactly what we would call happiness. Eudaimonia is more appropriately translated as a kind of flourishing. This state would be more long-lasting than mere happiness. I might say today that I am happy, while tomorrow declare that I am sad. Eudaimonia is more sustained than that. One achieves eudaimonia after many years of striving for it, and one then remains within the state ideally the rest of one's life. What is this idea of flourishing, however? What is it to flourish? Aristotle believes that everything in the world has an end, that is, a purpose that the thing is fitted to serve. This should be understood as a kind of divine purpose, since God doesn't come into the matter here for Aristotle. We understand the purpose of something by seeing how the thing behaves or is acted on in the world. Take as an example the human heart. We see that the muscle acts as a kind of pump, which means that blood is moved throughout the body via the actions of the heart. The end of the heart is to pump blood. This is what it is fitted to do. Now, some hearts are unable to do this due to some malfunction, but this doesn't change the fact that hearts are fitted to pump blood. If we're observant, we can discern the fitted functions of everything in the world. When something is doing what it is fitted to do, like when the heart pumps blood, it can be said to be flourishing. Now, we are interested in human happiness, that is, human flourishing. What is it then that humans are uniquely fitted to do? Is it just to eat and hydrate, be nourished and to grow? That is, mere living? No, because plants and animals do this too. It's not unique to humans. How about living and perceiving the world and sensory experience? Is this the function unique to humans? No, because the animals are fitted to do this as well. So what is the special function of the human? Here is what Aristotle says. The remaining possibility, then, is some sort of life of action of the part of the soul that has reason. One part of it has reason as obeying reason, the other has it as itself having reason and thinking. Moreover, life is also spoken of in two ways, as capacity and as activity, and we must take a human being's special function to be life as activity, since this seems to be called life more fully. We have found, then, that the human function is activity of the soul in accord with reason or requiring reason. So now we have the following claims. The highest good is eudaimonia, a kind of flourishing. Flourishing consists in an object performing the unique function it's fitted to perform. The unique function of the human being is activity of the soul in accord with reason. Therefore, we have to get clear on what is meant by activity of the soul in accord with reason in order to know how to achieve the life of eudaimonia. This is what Aristotle sets out to do in the rest of the work. Notice that activities of the soul in accord with reason are about human activities and demand that we observe humans. This is, again, calling on a posteriori as well as a priori reasoning. We must look to flourishing humans in order to explain what it takes to flourish. This means that we need to look for characteristics of those flourishing people, since this is how we ascertain the activities of the soul they are performing. These characteristics are called virtues in our translation, though the Greek word arete is often translated as excellence, since we aren't talking exclusively about moral virtues. We are interested in what makes a human being a good human being, in the same sense that a flute maker is interested in what makes a flute a good flute, that is, what makes it an exemplary flute. So then what are the virtues? This takes us into Book 2.